Aggie parents, buying a rental property for your kids at Texas A&M should not be this damn hard. The math shows that buying can put $17,243 in your pocket. But in my 6 years of helping Aggie parents buy here in College Station, the math has always been either too complicated, too one-sided, or in some cases flat out wrong. There wasn't a good calculator specifically for Aggie parents. So I built one. In this video, we're gonna plug in a real rental property straight into the only calculator for you, the Aggie parent. And by the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to use this calculator and how to make an educated decision about buying versus renting in Aggie land. So let's check it out. Let's start off by talking about the two things that makes this calculator completely different. And the first one, well, it comes down to lazy math. And I've got to be completely honest with you. Before I built this calculator, I would often catch myself doing lazy math. This looks something like this. When a parent would ask me if they should buy a property for their student to live in, I would ask them what their rental alternative would be. And then I would take that number, I'd multiply it out by the 4 years. Let's say it came out to like $40,000. And I'd say, yep, that's $40,000 down the drain. You should definitely buy. But I like calling myself out where it's appropriate. And that math, well, it's completely incomplete. It ignores reality. The truth is most people struggle to find a rental calculator that will actually factor this in. We're talking about opportunity cost. So let's break this down for you real quick. When you buy a home, you tie up a massive amount of capital. So for a Barracks townhouse, which we're gonna talk about here in a second, $330,000 purchase price, you're gonna put 20% down plus closing costs. That means you're gonna put $76,000 of cash into the deal, and you're probably pulling it out of your investment portfolio. So a smart Aggie parent's gonna say, well, how much would I earn if I just left that in the S&P 500 or allowed that to continue to compound where it currently sits in the bond market? Well, most tools are gonna ignore this opportunity cost. They're gonna ignore this alternative reality. So we made sure that we included it in the calculator so you can put in that 8% compounding year over year and run a true comparison between buying and rent. But that's not even the best part about the calculator. Because look, there are some calculators out there that will include opportunity cost, but none of them that I have found are built for Aggie parents. And why is that? Well, because you as an Aggie parent, you possess the single most powerful tool in all of rental real estate. It's my favorite thing in the world, guys, rental income. If you're buying a 4-bedroom property for your child to live in, your kid takes one of the bedrooms and that leaves 3 money-making rooms, completely open to their friends. And that roommate income drastically offsets your housing cost and completely changes the financial equation. So we made sure to include it in the calculator. Now, before I break down this calculator and show you line by line how it works, we need to have a quick discussion because this example, well, it's specific to a specific property. Of course, every neighborhood is different. Property taxes can be different, HOAs can be different, and rental incomes can be different. Shoot, your purchase price could be different. So if you want specific help on a specific property you have in mind right now, shoot me an email with that address. Send that email to info@schwartzrealtygroup.com. Have the subject line say Aggie. Give me the address and I will help you analyze it so that we can see if it makes sense to buy or maybe it's more advantageous to rent. All right, so let's check out this calculator and go through it line by line by analyzing one of Bryan-College Station's absolute favorite student housing communities. We're talking about the Barracks. So if you're not familiar with it, the Barracks is a massive, super popular townhouse development packed with resort-style amenities. I mean, we're talking about a massive lazy river, private dog parks, catch and release ponds, basketball courts, and they even have an A&M bus stop right in the middle of the community. It's a student paradise, and it's head and shoulders better than anything I ever saw back when I was in college 100 years ago, which means it's in high demand by students and by parent investors like yourself. So let's plug in some actual Barracks numbers into our calculator to see how it plays out. Now, we're going to be using a 4-bedroom, $330,000 purchase price. So we'll put the purchase price in. We'll assume 20% down, that's $66,000, closing cost of roughly 3%. And then for a mortgage interest rate, we're going to plug in 6.5%. That's pretty average right now. I'm recording this in June of 2026, and that would be a 30-year amortized mortgage. Property taxes are usually about 2%. That's good, quick math. And your annual insurance premium, $1,600 should cover it for a townhouse. Monthly HOA dues in the Barracks in 2026, $189 per month. The good news is that covers all those amenities, plus lawn care, and it even includes internet and cable, which is kind of nice. Now, for that Aggie factor, you're producing income with those 3 extra rooms. Conservative rent per bedroom in the Barracks is right around $7 $700 a month. So that's $2,100 a month in revenue flowing directly to you, into your pocket to offset your expenses. So let's assume that your kid is staying at Texas A&M for 4 years. So we'll plug that in along with a conservative 4% annual home appreciation, and then we'll factor in that brutal 7% cost to sell, which covers realtor fees, closing costs, title policies, things like that. Now remember, this calculator is going to include the opportunity cost. So we've got a spot here for that 8% return that you would otherwise see if you left your money invested in the markets. Now check out the screen right here, guys. Final verdict. Buying wins. $17,243.55. Even after those high interest rates we have right now, even after the property taxes, even after selling and all of the commissions and fees that comes with it, it still outperforms the alternative 8% investment by over $17,000. Now that $17,000 can buy a real nice graduation gift for your kid. Or maybe, just maybe, you could use that as down payment assistance on your kid's first home, helping them grow their wealth through real estate like you just did. So the math is a massive win, but that's only one small part of this big equation. When you buy the asset, you control the lease. You get to interview the family, screen the backgrounds, ensure your child is surrounded by a stable, quiet, study-focused environment. You can't put a dollar figure on something like this, but I know it means a lot to you because it means a lot to me. But what we can put a dollar amount on is the rent versus purchase math, and that's why the calculator is now fully active on my website. It's totally free. You can jump on it right now, plug in your own scenarios, adjust the interest rates, test out the property that you might want to buy, and determine if this is the right path for you. The link is in the description below. And of course, if you want to know more about investing in student rentals in Bryan-College Station, this is the right channel for you. So you should like, subscribe, and check out this video right here.